here. Nope. This will probably have to do. Yeah, okay. I got no choice. I need to keep my phone in the shade. I need the shade, kind of, but this jacuzzi's out in the open. Anyway. So, this is a video log to document where I'm now. Let's first recap with how I got here. Okay. So right at this moment, I'm in so much of pain. I hate it when people ask you, how are you? Because I'm mostly different levels of shit. Not different levels, but different flavors of shit. So what am I supposed to say? Am I supposed to say, I'm okay, just to make good? Anyway, rant aside, I realized I haven't written anything, focused on anything, video blogged anything for a while because I've been suffering. And when I'm in a suffering mindset, it's exhausting. And the only time I have got that's available and free is very hard to dedicate to writing about more of this disease when I'd rather be living and focusing on the moment when I've got it. So I haven't video logged and all because the suffering has just been non-stop, incessant, and so many different flavors of suffering. I think they literally should rename the disease. So let's explain what pseudo-gout is first of all, and then explain the variation of pseudo-gout that I've got. So pseudo-gout is named because of the symptoms that differentiate it from arthritis or from, I don't know, broken bones. The symptoms that differentiate it are eerily similar to gout, but the crystals are different. It's a different form of crystallization, a different mechanism of the disease. And so when a doctor tells you you have pseudo-gout, your first reaction is like, I have gout, but I don't eat bad, I eat healthy, and that's wrong, that can't be. But then they go and explain to us, oh, it's because of the type of crystals that are forming. Not gout, it gives you the same symptoms as gout, but it's because it forms these crystals. So they try to weigh your offense by saying that it's because it's named because of the type of crystals that are formed, which are symptoms very similar to gout. But here's the difference. I don't know what gout feels like. It's a localized thing, and you know that it's just like toothpaste, right? You know, there's a sense of knowingness that I've got this build-up in my body, and it's this cycle, and it's my fault, right? There's a knowingness when you have a disease, what the monster is that you're dealing with. But with pseudo-gout, you're dealing with a different kind of monster. And symptoms may appear to look like gout to an onlooker, but for the person inside suffering it, it feels like something else. It doesn't feel like I've got toothpaste in my joints. It feels like something is consuming you from inside and tearing up your joints. And if it becomes tumoral, something is literally consuming you and turning into these fossilized growths. Nerve damage. And the damage can be misinterpreted by different doctors from a different speciality, say multiple sclerosis. Now, with nerve damage, there's also a symptom. Whenever you get a nerve inflammation, nerve damage, that nerve is connected to the brain, and your brain feels it differently than from a muscle injury or a skin tear or a bone break. Your brain feels a nerve injury as though your brain is hurt. So what does the brain do? It gets inflamed, and then you get these neurological symptoms, which if you've never really experienced before, you think, I can't understand why I'm so chronically fatigued. And you assume that the nausea is related to your eating pattern. And you assume that your craving is related to your sugar levels or your adrenaline or your stress. But really, the pseudo-gout, I hate the name of that because it's so dismissive to the person suffering. So wait, pseudo-gout is causing me nerve damage, and what happens is, if you surrender to this disease, the nerve damage becomes something you want to avoid, so you limit your existence within a smaller bubble so that you don't suffer the nerve tearing. And the nerve tearing happens like this. Getting out of bed every morning. There's an easy way to do it or the hard way of doing it. The easy way to do it is to have your bed high up so that you can just literally sit out of bed and land on your feet. And sometimes when you land on your feet, your psoas muscle connected to the nerve trunk near your belly button isn't engaged because it's just kind of leaky, it's not synapsing properly, it's not connected to your thoughts properly, you can't control it, and you don't realize you can't stand on your legs, so you fall. So that's the easy way of getting up in the mornings. The hard way of getting up in the mornings is to sleep on the floor and then struggle through the process in the morning, climbing off the floor, body